Imagine this. You're in the rugged Sakar mountains of Bulgaria, and beneath your feet, archaeologists are unearthing a tomb, more than 2 millennia old.
Wow.
Inside lies a warrior, his loyal warhorse, and, well, a headpiece so stunning it seems to almost glow with gold.
Incredible.
Today, we're not just unearthing glittering gold, we're discovering how ancient Thracians, strategically built and asserted their identity in a rapidly shifting world. Welcome to another deep dive.
Glad to be diving in.
Our mission today is basically to distill the most important insights from recent archaeological sources, giving you a shortcut to understanding this incredible find and what it truly tells us about a powerful ancient civilization.
And what's really remarkable about this discovery isn't just the sheer opulence of, one single tomb.
Yay.
This site, nestled in the Sakar mountain range of southeastern Bulgaria, well, it's being hailed as the richest burial ever found in the country. Ever.
That's a huge claim.
It is. And it offers an unparalleled window into a sophisticated Thracian society during a really pivotal period, the late Hellenistic era. We're talking roughly 150 to 100 BC.
So after Alexander the Great, Greek influence is everywhere.
Exactly. It's a time marked by that widespread Greek cultural influence. So yeah, get ready for some serious aha moments as we explore how these ancient people lived, fought, and positioned themselves in a changing world.
It's quite a story how such an extraordinary find actually came to light. You might picture, a painstaking years-long quest for royal tombs.
Usual image.
But the reality was far more serendipitous. This was actually a rescue excavation in 2024.
A rescue dig. So accidental.
Pretty much. It was made necessary by modern infrastructure development specifically. The installation of a new power cable and a solar park near Kapitan Petko Voivoda. That's in the Haskovo region.
Right. It happens more often than you'd think.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it, how modern progress can quite unexpectedly unearth ancient treasures right beneath our feet.
Absolutely. Who led the excavation?
The work was expertly led by Vladimir Stakov and Dejan Dichev from the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences, the BAS, and they had crucial scientific consultation from Dr. Daniela Agre, who's a renowned specialist in Thracian archaeology.
Ah, Dr. Agre, yes. Top expert. So a natural question arises from such a magnificent discovery. Who was this Lord of Sakar we're talking about?
Exactly. What do we know about the man himself?
Well, preliminary research suggests he was a high-ranking Thracian warrior, aristocrat, a prominent military leader. They estimate he was between 35 and 40 years old when he died.
Relatively young still for a leader?
Yes. And it's important to clarify that Lord of Sakar, that's a modern nickname, not a historical title he actually used.
Ah, okay. So we call him that because
of the immense wealth and power that's just so evident in his burial, and it reflects the Sakar mountain range where he was found. It's more of a descriptive moniker, if you will. Yeah. Helps us grasp the sheer magnitude of this individual's status.
And that magnitude is certainly evident in the grave goods themselves. Let's delve into the stunning artifacts that define this burial as the richest ever discovered in Bulgaria.
Okay.
The absolute centerpiece, the one that really ignites the imagination, was this unique gilded silver wreath found encircling his skull.
Gilded silver?
Yeah. Our sources describe it as the most striking find, and you can see why. Wreaths like this were powerful symbols of honor, of elite status in both Thracian and Hellenistic cultures, denoting immense prestige.
Okay, so that wreath alone is a major indicator. What else?
Beyond that breathtaking wreath, his personal adornments painted a picture of, both luxury and power. He wore a golden bracelet with these intricate cast figurines, a golden necklace, and a ring with an iron plate, kind of a blend of opulence and warrior practicality, maybe?
Yeah, that mix is interesting. Iron for strength, gold for status.
And golden appliques from his ring armor further emphasized his martial status. But like you said, this was more than just finery.
Definitely sounds like it.
Absolutely. This was a warrior through and through. He was buried with a full arsenal, iron spears, a shield.
Standard kit for a warrior leader.
But the weapon that truly stands out, showcasing just unparalleled craftsmanship and, frankly, elite taste, was a unique Greek-style machaira sword.
Ah, the machaira, that curved, single-edged sword.
That's the one. Its handle was gold inlaid and gemstone encrusted. It speaks volumes about his access to, broader Mediterranean trade networks.
Right. Shows he wasn't isolated, he had resources, connections.
Exactly. And his discerning eye for high-value imported goods. This wasn't just a local piece. It hints at a powerful connection to the wider world. We also found other grave goods, various ceramic and glass vessels, painting a picture of a life of both martial prowess and refined living.
A complete picture of an elite lifestyle.
It seems almost inconceivable, though, that such a powerful figure would embark on this final journey alone. What else was found alongside him? That adds to this poignant picture.
You're absolutely right. He certainly wasn't alone. To the left of his body, placed ceremonially, were the remains of his warhorse.
His warhorse. Okay, that's significant in Thracian culture, isn't it?
Hugely significant. This practice was a profound statement. It declared the deceased's high status, his wealth, his fierce martial prowess. It strongly connects him to the revered Thracian horseman.
It's a hero god figure.
Yes, the hero god in Thracian mythology associated with warfare, hunting, and, crucially, the passage to the afterlife. For these ancient Thracians, the horse wasn't just property. It was a vital companion for his journey, a symbol of his power, really an extension of his identity.
So given the warrior's own splendor, I imagine his loyal warhorse wasn't overlooked either. What about the horse's adornments?
Not at all. And what's truly fascinating here is how the horse's adornments are these masterpieces of Hellenistic art and metallurgy, yet they tell an even deeper story about cultural blending.
How so?
Its harness was described as astonishingly rich, just loaded with medallions of gold, silver, and bronze. There was a massive gold headpiece featuring a prominent snake motif, a piece apparently so notable it had been previously exhibited somewhere.
Really? Before this tomb was found?
Well, the source mentions it was previously exhibited, maybe from another context or find, now associated with this horse. It's slightly unclear, but highlights its significance. But crucially, there was a gilded bronze ornament depicting the Greek mythological hero, Heracles, wrestling the giant Antaeus.
Heracles and Antaeus, okay, a classic Greek myth.
Exactly. And this wasn't just decorative flair. It powerfully demonstrates the Thracian elite actively adopting and integrating Hellenistic iconography and narratives. They were using it to express and legitimize their own power and martial identity.
So not just copying Greek stuff because it looked cool.
No, not at all. They weren't simply mimicking foreign styles. They were strategically using the visual language of a dominant culture, the Hellenistic world, to assert their unique and formidable position within it.
That's a really key insight. Now, you might initially think this warrior's tomb is, a singular, extraordinary event, a one-off find. But it's actually part of a much larger, more intriguing story. If we zoom out, the broader significance becomes clear. This wasn't just some random burial site.
No, it's integral to what they're calling a larger, high-status dynastic necropolis.
A dynastic necropolis. Okay, so implying we're looking at a whole complex, maybe dedicated to a powerful family or ruling line.
That's the strong implication. And an intriguing element here is the evidence suggesting a powerful Thracian lineage across generations. Just as important as the Lord of Sakar himself is what was discovered nearby.
Okay, what else did they find?
There was an adjacent female burial, a separate mound containing a high-status woman. Her grave actually dates a bit earlier, to the early 2nd century BC, so slightly predating the Lord of Sakar.
And was she buried with similar wealth?
Yes, considerable wealth. Her grave goods included 2 pairs of well-preserved leather shoes, which is amazing in itself.
Wow, leather surviving that long.
Incredible preservation. Also, a wooden chest covered in gold, silver, and jewels, and numerous other gold, glass, and bronze items. This is crucial because it shows us that immense power and status weren't exclusive to male warriors in this Thracian society. Elite women held significant sway and wealth in their own right.
That provides important balance, and the narrative continues to unfold, right? There was another warrior burial nearby.
Yes, just 60 meters to the north, an earlier opulent cremation burial of another elite Thracian noble was excavated, also in 2024.
Earlier than the Lord of Sakar.
Yes. This warrior had his own unique items, a rare plated breastplate, a unique gold-adorned knife, and some rare gold jewelry.
Okay, another rich warrior. What's significant about him?
What's particularly noteworthy about this earlier warrior is his explicit ties to Roman military forces.
Roman? Interesting. So before the Lord of Sakar, who seems very Hellenistic.
Exactly. It indicates an early Roman influence or connection. This stands in fascinating contrast to the strong Hellenistic influences we see just a bit later with the Lord of Sakar. It shows a dynamic shift, maybe, in cultural allegiances or interactions over just a few decades.
Wow, okay. So we have Hellenistic influence, Roman influence, high-status women.
Yeah.
Anything else tying this area together?
Yes, and tying these disparate findings together, they found a small sanctuary dated to the second half of the 2nd century BC, so contemporary with the Lord of Sakar, located near the female mound.
A sanctuary. What did they find there?
It contained a large number of regional coins. This sheds light on the local community's ritualistic and economic activities, providing a broader context beyond just these elite burials. It shows people were gathering, making offerings, using currency.
Okay, so these combined findings, multiple high-status burials spanning a similar period, plus a sanctuary, they really paint a compelling picture, don't they? A powerful Thracian family or clan.
Definitely. We see a lineage evolving over generations, strategically navigating a world of shifting cultural and political influences. From Hellenistic to emerging Roman powers, it truly brings to life the idea of a complex dynastic center, not just isolated graves.
Right. It's not just one rich guy, it's a whole system.
Precisely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these burials are just a masterclass in cultural synthesis. That's, how cultures blend and borrow from one another. And this is happening during a period of significant geopolitical change.
So the Thracians weren't just passively receiving culture.
Far from it. They were far from culturally isolated. They were active, strategic participants in the world around them. The Lord of Sakar burial, dating to that late Hellenistic period, powerfully showcases the strong Greek cultural influences, as we discussed.
The wreath, the sword, the Heracles myth.
Exactly. All evident. The Thracian elite skillfully blended these foreign artistic motifs and mythological narratives with their own indigenous traditions. Why? To express and reinforce their own power. It was a strategic choice.
And this dynamic interplay becomes even clearer when we consider that other warrior burial from 2024, the one with ties to Roman military forces. That highlights the burgeoning influence of the Roman Empire, which would eventually annex Thrace entirely.
Right. And this chronological progression, Hellenistic focus giving way perhaps to Roman connections, it reveals a society in active transition, where a powerful indigenous identity was being strategically enhanced, maybe redefined, by assimilating new cultural forces. It's not just about what they kept from their past, but what they chose to adopt from others.
It's a very active picture of culture.
Very. And the sheer opulence, the richness of all three burials within this necropolis, it clearly shows us that Thracian society was highly structured, highly stratified. It was led by a powerful aristocratic class.
They weren't all equals.
Definitely not. These elites were not only immensely wealthy, but they likely controlled key trade routes, possibly connecting the Aegean Sea region with the Danube River region. This demonstrates their far-reaching influence and active participation in broader economic and political networks. They weren't just powerful within their own mountain range, they were players on a much larger stage.
So this isn't just about, ancient bling, is it? It's really about how people strategically used material culture things to define and project their identity in a dynamic, changing world.
Exactly.
And for you, the listener, it offers a profound look at how cultures interact, adapt, and assert themselves even millennia ago. Now, for those curious to experience these discoveries firsthand, this just sounds amazing, where can we actually see these incredible artifacts?
Oh, that's the exciting part. A fantastic development is that the main Hellenistic period gold objects, including those from the Lord of Sakar, were actually revealed to the public just recently, August 12, 2025.
Oh, wow.
At Bulgaria's National Archaeological Institute with Museum. It's part of an exhibition titled The Glitter of Hellenistic Gold, the Lord of Sakar.
The glitter of Hellenistic gold. Sounds about right. Is it still open?
Yes. The exhibition is open through October 17th, 2025, so there's still a window to see them.
Good to know. What about the other finds? The earlier warrior, the woman's grave goods.
Other newly uncovered artifacts are currently undergoing careful conservation. The plan is for them to join the collection at the Historical Museum in Topolovgrad. That's where treasures from the 2024 warrior burial, the one with Roman ties, are already conserved.
Okay, so the collection will grow over time in Topolovgrad.
Exactly. And it's really a testament, isn't it, to the critical importance of a coordinated effort between modern development, like that solar park, and archaeological preservation to safeguard this kind of buried history.
Absolutely. A success story in that sense. So to wrap up, we've journeyed back, 2,100 years to the Sakar Mountains, uncovering not just a burial, but a rich narrative of power, prestige, and cultural adaptation. We've seen the dazzling gilded silver wreath, the mighty war horse with its mythological adornments, and the compelling evidence of an entire dynastic necropolis, revealing a powerful Thracian lineage.
We really have. We've truly seen how the Thracian elite, through their exquisite grave goods, strategically blended their own indigenous identity with Hellenistic and, later, emerging Roman influences. They were asserting their place in a dynamic world. It just reminds us that history is never static, is it? It's a constant dialogue between tradition and change.
A powerful indigenous identity, adapting but still distinct.
Yes. And this raises an important question maybe for you listening.
Go on.
What does this enduring human desire, the need to define and project oneself through symbols of power and status, so vividly evident in these ancient graves, what does that tell us about our own society's values and how we navigate cultural shifts today?
That's a deep thought. What are the modern equivalents of the Lord of Sakar's gilded wreath or that Heracles motif on the horse harness?
Exactly. Something for you to perhaps mull over until our next deep dive.